Let's be real. At some point in your life, someone has tried to make you feel small. Maybe it was a boss throwing subtle jabs at your intelligence, a so-called friend who jokes about your failures just a little too often, a family member who always finds a way to diminish your achievements. They mask their words as harmless, but you know deep down, this is an attack, a power play, an attempt to drag you down so they can feel bigger. Most people react instinctively. They defend themselves, argue, or let it ruin their confidence. They fall into the trap, and that's exactly what the attacker wants. But you, after this, you won't be like most people. You'll have the tools to flip the entire game in your favor without even breaking a sweat. This is how you destroy their attempt to shrink you, using Stoic philosophy and a little bit of dark psychology. 1. Recognize their insecurity. They're not as strong as they pretend. The first thing you need to understand is this: nobody who is truly confident needs to make others feel small, ever. The very act of trying to diminish someone else is a dead giveaway of deep insecurity. Think about it. Why would a secure, powerful person waste energy trying to belittle someone? They wouldn't, because they don't need to. It's only the weak who play these mind games. The ones who feel threatened, the ones who fear being outshined. The moment you recognize this, their power over you starts to crack. They are not above you. They are not superior. They are scrambling to keep control. And when you see them for what they really are, a person desperately trying to mask their own insecurities, you take away their ability to control you. 2. Don't be shaken by their words. Detach emotionally. Here's where most people mess up. They react emotionally. They feel insulted. They get defensive. They try to prove themselves. But by doing that, they validate the attack. They show that the words have power, and the attacker wins. You're going to do the opposite. Always remember what Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. I use this quote in a lot of my videos to highlight its importance. This is your shield. No matter what they say, no matter how they try to frame you, you remain steady. Their words are just sounds in the air. They mean nothing unless you give them meaning. Imagine a storm raging outside. The winds scream, the rain hammers down, but inside you sit in perfect silence, calm, unshaken. That's you when someone tries to belittle you. They expect a reaction. They expect anger, hurt, or frustration. But when you give them nothing, they lose control. And when they realize they can't break you, they start to crumble, because now they're the one questioning their own power. 3. Be indifferent in your response. Indifference is the ultimate power move. The way you respond to their attacks is crucial, and the most powerful response? Indifference. Not sarcasm, not passive aggressiveness. True, unbothered indifference. They make a cutting remark, you act like you barely noticed. They try to embarrass you, you respond as if you didn't even hear them. They try to diminish your success, you smile and carry on as if their opinion never even existed in your reality. This works because it does something devastating to their ego. It erases their importance. People who try to make you feel small are looking for something, a reaction, an emotional shift, some proof that they got under your skin. When you show complete indifference, you send a brutal message. You are insignificant to me, and nothing burns more than realizing you don't matter to someone you were desperate to control. 4. Know your worth. Walk like you are untouchable. At the core of everything is this: no one can make you feel small unless you let them. The world will try. People will project their insecurities onto you, hoping you'll shrink to make them comfortable. Don't. You set the standard for how you see yourself. Walk like you know your worth. Speak like you own your space. Carry yourself like someone who knows they are valuable, not because of external validation, but because they've decided so. You are unshakable. And the moment you fully realize that, the moment you embody it down to your core, no one, not your critics, not your past, not your failures, will ever hold power over you again. Now go, be unstoppable. Let them watch as you rise. 5. Speak through actions. Silence is the greatest revenge. Words are cheap. You can argue, defend yourself, try to explain why they're wrong, but at the end of the day, it's all just noise. The most powerful way to respond? Success, not through words, not through comebacks, through action. While they waste their energy trying to break you down, you keep building. You let your results speak. You let your life be the loudest answer. Picture this: Someone tells you that you'll never be successful, that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. Now you could argue, you could debate, you could spend hours trying to change their mind, or you could say nothing. And years later, when they see you thriving, when they see you living a life they could never touch, when they realize their words meant absolutely nothing, that is when they feel the sting of their own failure. Because here's the brutal truth. People who try to make you feel small do it because they fear being left behind. They need you to doubt yourself, because if you rise, you prove them wrong, and nothing terrifies them more than that. So don't fight them with words. Fight them with results. And when they look back and see that they were nothing but a footnote in your success story, that is the real victory. 6. Transform negativity into fuel. Use their doubt to elevate yourself. Negativity is a test. It's the world asking you, how much do you really want this? Some people will doubt you. Some will mock you. Some will say you can't. Good. Let it fuel you. Every insult, every sneer, every moment of dismissal, turn it into energy. Let their doubt become the fire that propels you forward. But here's the trick. You don't do it to prove them wrong. You do it to prove yourself right. You don't rise for validation. You rise because that's who you are. And when they look back, shocked at what you've become, you won't even care. Because by then, you'll be too busy thriving. 7. Set boundaries. Silence is powerful, but sometimes you need to do more than just withdraw. You need to set crystal clear boundaries. This is where you establish without drama, without rage, that you are not someone to be played with. Boundaries are simple. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, they lose access. If they take you for granted, you pull away. If they try to manipulate you, you remove yourself entirely. Stop explaining. Stop justifying. Just act. People learn how to treat you based on what you allow. The moment you refuse to tolerate nonsense, weak people panic. They scramble, they guilt trip, they test your limits. But the moment you stand firm and make yourself unavailable to those who drain you, they feel it like a slap in the face. Nothing is more devastating to a manipulator than realizing they no longer have power over you. 8. Surround yourself with people who are good for you. You don't just absorb the energy of those around you, you become it. Keep toxic people in your circle, and their negativity will poison you, slowly, subtly, until one day you wake up and don't recognize yourself. But if you surround yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate you, your entire world shifts. Growth becomes natural. Confidence becomes effortless. Success becomes inevitable. Be ruthless about your circle. Cut out anyone who drains you. Remove anyone who keeps you stagnant. Replace them with those who push you to be more, do more, live more. You owe that to yourself. Walk like a king, move like a ghost. At the end of the day, power isn't about control. It's about unshakable self-mastery. Those who try to make you feel small are revealing something about themselves, not you. Their words, their games, their attempts to shrink you, it's all noise. And the moment you stop reacting to that noise, you become untouchable. So let them talk, let them doubt, let them play their petty games. While they waste their breath, you move in silence. You build, you rise, and one day when they look up, they'll realize that while they were trying to pull you down, you were already miles ahead, too far for them to ever reach again. That's the real flex. That's true dominance. And that's how you win. Now go. Walk like a king. Move like a ghost. And let them feel your absence more than they ever felt your presence. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.